Well. Nobody has still arrived. So, in the meantime, let me do all these stuffs. We have one of our watchers right here, and who's it? We have two. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel and to this official class of class 8, which I'm doing live right now. Uh, good evening, Shumayo, good evening, Piyush, good evening, Kuntal, Indrayod, good evening. And good evening to all, and please excuse this weird look of mine because the one thing I have been terribly afraid of this lockdown is cutting my hair. At least, I mean, that is going to a barber shop, and anyway. So my hair has grown considerably long, and when I apply shampoo, it just keep falling over my eyes. So this is the hairband you are seeing. It is of my daughter, and I have to put it on just to keep my hair in control. So please excuse me this weird look of mine. Let me fetch the book. I am actually coming in a hurry because I have been talking over telephone. I had to attend a couple of calls. So anyway, uh, thank you, thank you. You have been very kind by telling that the style is nice, but it's basically a kind of management, nothing else. Uh, we were doing Happy Prince, and by the way, the homeworks which you have sent me, where the homeworks which you have sent me, they are all almost good. Some of them I have commented just quite a few minutes ago. There were some silly mistakes in just one or few homeworks, but otherwise they're all good. And especially I was thinking about Sajid's one. Sajid, I would like to mention that I wrote as a comment in your home task that first it's weak. Sajid, if you are here, you please, yeah, you are here, Sajid. First, it's weak. Of course, it's not weak. You have misspelled it. And then there are no proper cause of the birds falling sick. Well, what you have written that the first bird is saying, hey, let's fly to warmer land in Asia. Here in Europe, cold wave has commenced. Well, I told you that the approach, the writing technique, they're all good, but you have not been able to establish a proper cause. কিরকম ভাবে না Second bird, buddy, you know I have been sick for so many days. I have grown so weak. Flying such a long distance requires strength and vitality. Well, এই অবধি ঠিক আছে. I don't have either of them. That's also very good. Bro, you'll be এদিক থেকেও ঠিক আছে. Sorry, you'll be frozen to death here. Come, let's fly. We will take rests frequently. Other birds in flock will also help you. That's also good. But সমস্যাটা আমার যেটা মনে হলো যে ও আচ্ছা. Oh no. Sajid, if you are watching, I was actually mistaken. The statement which you have put in the mouth of the first bird, actually I have assuming that the second bird who was actually sick, he is saying it, that it's better to die struggled and lost than never to have struggled at all. Yes, yeah. If the first bird is saying that, then it's okay. It's good. Actually, it's good. So I withdraw the thing what I actually commented in on your post. বাকি তাছাড়া they are all good and okay type of writings, and okay, একটা কোনটা বেশ ভালো লাগলো, I have read good on it. Ankit's one is good one. uh, ওখানে এখানেও he has established the cause quite well because yeah, he cannot move owing to his children, so that is again a good cause and well established thing. ঠিক আছে, তো ওয়েল এই অবধি আমরা যেটা দেখলাম যে সবকিছু ঠিকই আছে। Sir, please forgive me. Okay, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you could not. Devojyoti, your homework I didn't see. Where is it? So far, so good. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I missed it. I missed it. It is just above Ritayan. So, well, let's see what Devojyoti has written. Just it's one imaginary dialogue between two birds flying. Hey there, it's winter time. Won't you go to a warm place? I know, but my child's. Okay, your child's wing is hurt, so I can't fly, but you'll freeze today. Good. Devojyoti, I would like to mention one thing. You have misspelled one, that is embrace. It's EMBRACE. It's not embrace. BRESS. Embrace, that is hugging. So it's embrace. The spelling is mistaken. Otherwise, it's good, quite good actually. Yeah, good one. Good one. Good one. Thank you. So, Indrayud, haven't I checked yours? Bekini? Achha, I will, after this session ends, I will reshuffle through the page of that Facebook, and if I have not checked anyone's, I will check them out and comment. So let us now move on to the last part of the chapter, which is we had some remainings in unit 3, and I promised that I will discuss them today. And I also told you that this portion of this text actually amuses me very much, and they have much in common with our own existing system, the system or the time in which we live. Actually, it has quite in common. And it gives you a good insight about human behavior. And human behavior means those type of human or men actually, or persons whom you call the policymakers, the counselors, the men of politics or the men of power and all those things. They have a typical characteristics irrespective of caste or creed or country or religion or whatever. We will get to see it. So let's read and look at page 78. And the predicament we have just had the predicament. We have just seen the death of the swallow, a pretty grim one, something that it overburdened our heart with grief, both Happy Prince and the swallow dying together, and as if a great friendship is coming to an end. ঠিক আছে, তো সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে হঠাৎ করে we are having a sudden change in the tone of the conversation. হঠাৎ করে একটা sudden change. It is coming a background sound of breeze along with your voice. Is it because of the fan? Let's switch it off and see. Is it okay now? Is it okay? Audio, I mean, it will be difficult to switch off the fan for a long period and continue speaking. So I have to speak. I don't know whether it is because of the fan, because I do the same thing every day. But I think I have to switch the fan on. Okay, so please excuse me if it causes a noise. Is it completely inaudible? Is it completely inaudible if I switch the fan on? How now? See, it was just not even a minute. I am sweating. It's tremendously hot, and I do not have an AC in this room. So sorry, I have to switch the fan on. Anyway, one thing I can do, I can put this mic nearer to my mouth so that it catches better sound. But I just can't afford to switch the fan off. Okay. হ্যাঁ, তো যেটা বলছিলাম সেটা হচ্ছে যে we have had a very grim environment. We have had a very grim environment. The death of two good persons. One is Swallow, and the other is the Happy Prince. And we have a very overburdened, a grief-stricken environment. হ্যাঁ ঠিক এই জায়গাটা তুমি জাস্ট আমি আরেকবার পড়ছি, just coming to page 77, the last words of Swallow. I'm not going to Egypt, I'm going to the house of the brother of sleep. The cold has got me, I am dying. Now you see, it's very grief stricken, it's very lamenting atmosphere that is being created in here, and Oscar Wilde deliberately creates that. এবং তারপরে যেটা বলা হয়, the swallow falls down on the pedestal shaped box, its face expressing sorrow, and lies crumpled between two legs of Happy Prince. A sad music is played in the background. The stage light changes to yellow. It's getting warmer again because you will have a shift in the tone. Four people enter from the right wing, led by an important looking man in red coat and trousers. He is the mayor of the town. He is accompanied by town councillors. They talk as they approach the statue. হ্যাঁ, যেটা বলছিলাম যে এই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে হঠাৎ করে you will have a sudden change in the tone, and the grim tone, the grief stricken tone, the tone of sorrowfulness, it will be suddenly changed. হ্যাঁ, এবং এই যে জিনিসটা, এটা যদিও এখানে সেই রকম অর্থে ব্যবহার করা হয়নি, well, but I am writing in the comment section. Do you know or have you heard anything about comic relief? Have you heard anything about a comic relief? If you know, tell me, what do you mean by a comic relief? Or if you don't, just say no, I'll tell you. A comic relief. Well, Devojyoti has said no. দেখো, কমিক রিলিফ কথাটার মধ্যে তো আহামরি কিছু নেই। কমিক রিলিফ আর রিলিফ ইন আ কমিক ম্যানার, ঠিক আছে? তো বাট দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট দিস word is used in a very narrow sense. It has been actually used in the previous tragedies previously written by the classic masters like Shakespeare and the other ones. যখন তারা যে ট্র্যাজেডি গুলো লিখতেন, সাপোজ ম্যাকবেথ অর হ্যামলেট অর কিং লিয়ার অর জুলিয়াস সিজার, প্রত্যেকটাতেই দেখবে কিছু না কিছু, the plays are, they are grim tragedies, they are great tragedies, but throughout these tragedies they are somehow interjected by some short portions of, or some short interludes of comic portions. ছোট ছোট কিছু কমিক পোর্শন থাকতো, বা একটা বা দুটো থাকতো খুব বেশি হলে। তার কারণ হচ্ছে আর কিছুই না, যে it's a precept that human mind cannot bear a tragedy for too long. অনেক দিন ধরে বা অনেকক্ষণ ধরে আমরা ট্র্যাজেডি সহ্য করতে পারি না, বা আমরা খুব সম্বার, খুব গুরুগম্ভীর একটা জিনিস সহ্য করতে পারি না। সেই জন্য we need some laughter in between. What we have been reading throughout this text, all these texts, though it was genial, but throughout the from the very beginning, the text was not a laughing stock. The text was by no means something that will put a smile on your face. Well, it will give you some feel good factor, but not a smile or not a laugh on your face. And towards the end, you have the death of the two good characters, and that's why your heart is grief stricken. So you know, here you are introduced with some characters who are pretty much odd and pretty much comic element. Comic element. They are important looking man, but it is still not said that whether they are really important or not. They look important. Their look is like an important man, but it is still not said that they are important man. And when you say that they are important looking man, সেখানে একটা মনে হয় কি বলবো, একটা ইনুয়েন্ডো থেকে যায়। ইনুয়েন্ডো মানে হচ্ছে একটা লুকানো মেসেজ, যে যদি ইম্পর্টেন্ট মেনি হতো তাহলে আমি ইম্পর্টেন্ট মেনি বলতাম, আমি ইম্পর্টেন্ট লুকিং বলতাম না। যেই আমি বলছি ইম্পর্টেন্ট লুকিং, কোথাও যেন তুমি বলছো ও আচ্ছা ইম্পর্টেন্ট লুকিং, তার মানে লুকিং ইম্পর্টেন্ট বাট নট অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, এরকম একটা মেসেজ যেন কোথাও একটা আন্ডারটোন আছে, এরকম একটা মেসেজ। ওকে, তো কিরকম না, one of the mayor, a dead bird at the feet of the statue of the happy prince, that's very bad. We must make a new law. No bird can die in the town square or near the happy prince. No, that's hilarious. যে ধরো মানে I mean, it's insane. It's crazy and idiosyncratic, whatever you call it. But you can say that you cannot have the right to give birth to any baby here. সেটা হতে পারে। But can you say that you can't die here? Is that possible? I mean, who has the control over death? You may have control over your birth, but you can't have control over death. And the person who initiates such a decree মানে হচ্ছে such a commandment, he's but a fool, an extreme fool. ঠিক আছে, তো the very first sentence, it makes you laugh, যে কে রে বাবা, কোথা থেকে এসেছে, মানে and he is the mayor. You see, he is the mayor. মানে আমি এখানে কোনো কারোর নাম করতে চাই না, বাট you see, মানে এইরকম পুলিশ কথা না বললেও আমাদের পলিটিক্যাল লিডার যারা আছেন তারা তো মানে প্রতিনিয়ত এক্সাম্পল সেট করে চলেছেন অ্যাবাউট টকিং রাবিশ এন্ড ননসেন্স, ইররেসপেক্টিভ অফ এনি পার্টি। একের পর এক অদ্ভুত সমস্ত কথাবার্তা বলে চলেন, কি না কি, আমি I don't want to give any example because that will actually be pointing out to somebody, and that is so flat, that is so exclusive that if I even hint at the example, you can get it. So I don't want to be controversial. I would like to completely diplomatic for myself. Yeah, but you know that town councillors, they are like this. তারা এরকমই হয়। town councillors বলে actually the political persons, all they care is power. তারা শুধু পাওয়ার চায়, আর কিচ্ছু চায় না। ঠিক আছে, তাদেরকে বলা হয় বেসিক্যালি, they are called the megalomaniac মানে হচ্ছে এমন ধরনের লোক যারা শুধুমাত্র নিজেদেরকে অত্যন্ত রকম বেশি ভালোবাসে। নিজেদেরকে সবাই ভালোবাসে সেটা কথা নয়, বাট when that self idolatry, that self love or that self esteem goes to an extreme level, it's called megalomania. It is a kind of eccentricity, it is a kind of disease, you can say. One of the town councillors wrote this down in a notebook. The others looked at the dead bird with great disapproval. The company looked up at the statue. Oh dear, what an ugly thing our prince is these days. Where is the ruby in his sword? Where are the sapphires in his eyes? Where is all the gold? He's no longer than a beggar. Sorry, he's no better than a beggar. I find him very ugly. Mayor বলছে. So, if you can't find a beauty in beggar, your eyes beggars description. Your eyes beggars description. Now, একটুখানি leave করছি this context. Can you tell me what does this mean? That beggar, or when or how you can use the word beggar as a verb? Can you tell me? Using the word beggar as verb. If you can tell me, please write it out. Beggars, beggar কথাটাকে আমরা verb হিসেবে কি ইউজ করতে পারি? আমি এক্ষুনি করলাম. If you have noticed in my conversation, in my lectures, I have just used the word beggar as a verb. How I used it, if you caught it, or just you tell me how to use it. Just let's see. Reduce someone to poverty. No, no, no. I'm afraid that is not the use. That is not the meaning. স্বার্থপরতা. হ্যাঁ, megalomania স্বার্থপরতা না. Megalomania is not স্বার্থপরতা. Your eyes beggars description. Shumayu. Well, what does it mean? Tell me. Your eyes beggars হবে, beggars হয়ে গেছে, যাই হোক, that is a typo. Your eyes beggars description. What do you mean by that, Shumayu? Will you elaborate? Powerless. No, it's not powerless. What Debojyoti had written, I don't think that is, again, that is not too much wrong. Reduce someone, it's not reduce someone to poverty. Let's see what Shumayu is saying. What is his explanation? Strongest person. No, it's not about strength or something. ভাবা না, না, no অনেক. ওকে, ইটস নট না, ভিক্ষুক তো বেগার। হ্যাঁ, আমি যেটা বলছিলাম যে যেটা দেবজ্যোতি লিখেছে সেটা পুরোপুরি ভুল নয়। I just told that I'm afraid it is not right, but well, it's not completely wrong either actually. Reduce someone to হ্যাঁ, ইন্দ্রায়ুধ কি লিখেছে, when become in great bad condition. হ্যাঁ, মানে লেখাটা ঠিকঠাক হয়নি, বাট হ্যাঁ সেই রকমই খানিকটা ব্যাপার। and to some extent what Devojyoti has also said, reduce someone to poverty, or may reduce or someone or something, basically something to poverty. হ্যাঁ, যেটা সুমায়ু লিখেছিল যে ইউর আইজ বেগার্স, আইজ বেগার হবে অ্যাকচুয়ালি, বেগার্স ইউর আইজ বেগার ডেসক্রিপশন। আইজ বললে ব্যাপারটা ঠিক আসে না জায়গাতে, বাট হতেই পারে। হ্যাঁ, যে যে আমি বললাম যে আই হ্যাভ রিটেন সামথিং বাট ইটস সো ব্যাড দ্যাট ইট বেগার্স ডেসক্রিপশন, মানে এতটাই বাজে যে সেটাকে বর্ণনা দেওয়া যায় না। Why should I beggar myself for him? Okay, that maybe, yeah. So beggars description is, it's basically a phrase, beggars description, beggar সঙ্গে একসঙ্গে description জিনিসটা যায়, it's kind of collocation you can say, যে begging description or beggars description, it means যে to impoverish something, to make something impoverished, which again to say what Debojyoti has said, that reduce someone to poverty or actually reduce something to poverty, or maybe it's someone, ঠিক আছে, someone ও হতে পারে, something ও হতে পারে, যেটা আমি বলছিলাম যে that beggars description, ঠিক আছে। তো he's no better than a beggar, I find him very ugly, so the statue is so filthy, the statue is so less ostentatious that it beggars description, মানে এতটাই খারাপ যে description দেওয়া যায় না। And to the mayor is saying this basically because he finds pleasure or he finds beauty in something which are or which is materialistic. He is a materialistic man and he finds pleasure in materialistic objects, and Happy Prince right now is devoid of any material value. তার সাফায়ার নেই, রুবি নেই, হ্যাঁ কিছুই নেই, তার সোর্ড হিল্ট নেই, তার গোল্ড টিউনিক সেটাও নেই, সো হি ইজ নট বেটার দ্যান আ বেগার, হি ইজ ভেরি আগলি। মেয়র, হ্যাঁ, দ্য থ্রি কাউন্সিলর্স, ইয়েস ভেরি আগলি, মানে ওরা হচ্ছে সেই শেয়ালের মতো, এক শেয়াল ডাকলে বাকি শেয়াল ডেকে ওঠে, তো মেয়র যা বলে এরাও তাই বলে, ঠিক আছে। এদেরকে বেসিক্যালি তোমরা বলতে পারো, বা যেটা বলা হয় এই ধরনের কাউন্সিলর্স, এখানে কাউন্সিলর বলতে এখানেও ধরো আমাদের ক্ষেত্রে তাই, মানে এদেরকে আমরা বাংলায় কি বলি, স্তাবক বা অ্যাডমায়ারার। অ্যাডমায়ারার কথাটা একটু ভালো কথা, ইয়েস দেবজ্যোতি, দ্যাটস রাইট। তো হ্যাঁ, যেটা বলছিলাম যে I just lost it. হ্যাঁ, যে they are but the flatterers, admirers, and admirer is basically a good word, a positive word. Actually they should have been called stooges, stooges, stooges মানে হচ্ছে একদম বাংলা পাতি অর্থে স্তাবক, যারা কোনো কিছু প্রত্যাশায় কারোর পিছনে তেল দিয়ে বেড়ায়, সোজা কথায়। People who basically flock behind the powerful persons, ছোটখাটো কিছু লাভের আশা। রাজা যাবেন, পিছন পিছন আমি যাব, রাজার হাত থেকে তিনি হয়তো কোনো কিছু করলে যদি একটু সোনার টুকরো পড়ে যায়, আমি সেটাকে কুড়িয়ে নেব, সেই জন্য আমি রাজার পিছন পিছন যাবো, রাজার গুণগান গাইব। Well, and you see this type of people, they are actually repleting our society nowadays. কেন সব সময়ই আছে, এখনকার দিনে যেন বেড়ে যাচ্ছে, যে there is a competition in who can be nearer to the ruler or to the opposition, people who are powerful. Why don't you exert your own power? And power does not always lie in your physique, power lies in your mind, power lies in how you can control yourself, how you can sway the audience or the people whom you mix with. হ্যাঁ, চেলা হতে পারে, বাট চেলাটাও কিন্তু বেসিক্যালি একটু ভালো অর্থেই আমরা ব্যবহার করি বাংলাতে। চেলা চামুন্ডা বলতে সবসময় কিন্তু আমরা খারাপ অর্থে ব্যবহার করি না, হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু স্টুজ কথাটা একদম বাজে কথা। বাজে কথা বলতে ইটস নট আ স্ল্যাং, বাট it has a negative meaning. When I say that you are a stooge, you will not be very proud of being a stooge. That's it. ঠিক আছে, এটাই ব্যাপার। বাট অ্যাডমায়ারার কথাটা বললে ধরো অ্যাডমায়ারার কিন্তু যে কোনো কারণ হতে পারে। হ্যাঁ, না ফেও, হ্যাঁ মেবি মেবি মেবি। তো অ্যাডমায়ারার ধরো আমি বলতে পারি যে আই এম অ্যান অ্যাডমায়ারার অফ রজার ফেডারার। সেখানে কিন্তু অ্যাডমায়ারারের মধ্যে কোনো নেগেটিভ কিছু নেই, ইটস রাদার পজিটিভ। বাট আই উইল নট সে দ্যাট আই এম আ স্টুজ অফ রজার ফেডারার, নো। ঠিক আছে, যাই হোক। তো মেয়র কি বলছে, টেক ইট টু দ্য ফার্নেস টু মেল্ট, we will have a new statue. ও না, একটুখানি স্টেজ ডিরেকশনটা পড়লাম। From the right wing comes two people carrying a stretcher. They come and stop before the Happy Prince. Mayor and town councillors are looking up at the Happy Prince. Excuse me. The stretcher bearers bring down the statue and put him on the stretcher. Mayor and the company look on with great interest. The stretcher bearer take the grey Happy Prince away. Mayor, take it to the furnace to melt. We'll have a new statue. A new statue. A new statue. তারা হুক্কা করে যাচ্ছে। And now comes the best part. I want a statue of me. Three councillors in chorus. I want a statue of me. So actually they are reiterating, they are repeating what actually the mayor is saying, but in repeating things blindly they are forgetting that what exactly is the impact of what they are repeating. মানে সব কথাই তো এক্সাক্ট রিপিট করলে হয় না। আমি যদি বলি যে বলো আমি বোকা, ও বললো হ্যাঁ বলো আমি বোকা, বলো you know what I mean, ঠিক আছে, আমারও গন্ডগোল হয়ে যাচ্ছে বলতে গিয়ে, বিকজ you know what, I want a statue of me. No, I want a statue of me. বলছে না তোমাদের কেন, আমার স্ট্যাচু চাই। No, I want a statue of me. The lights dim on stage. A yellow spotlight falls on a person in white gown standing up in the pedestal shaped box. He faces the audience. He's an angel. There are wings attached to his back, a silver crown on his head. Okay, আচ্ছা আমরা এখানটাতে আসবো, তার আগে যেটা মানে if you read Asterix আমি ওই I read Asterix in Bengali, and that's why I have come across that word in Asterix for the first time in my life when I was a child, like you, যে মাৎসন্যায়, বাংলা কথা একটা মাৎসন্যায়, আমি জানতাম না মানে ওখানে এক্সপ্লেন করে দেওয়া ছিল যে মাৎসন্যায় মানে হচ্ছে যে when you fight amongst yourselves, it's a kind of civil war which আমি মনে হয় কথাটা বলেছিলাম তোমাদেরকে ওই ইয়ে পড়াতে গিয়ে, কিংস টেল পড়াতে গিয়ে। মাৎসন্যায় সেটার মানে হচ্ছে an anarchy which brings about a civil war inside a country when you fight amongst yourself and there is no good rule in a country or in a kingdom or in a particular place, সেটাকে আমরা মাৎসন্যায় বলে থাকি। এবং এইখানে যেটা হচ্ছে, এটা যদিও একটা কান্ট্রি নয়, that's a French comic, এবং unfortunately enough the creator of this great comics, Guccini Uderojo, he just died out of this COVID-19. Of course he was greatly aged, but still it is a great loss to the cartoon world. তো যাই হোক, এই মনে হয় মাসখানেক বা মাস দুয়েক আগেই মারা গেছেন, একদম এই লকডাউনের শুরুর দিকে। তো এরা কিন্তু নিজেদের মধ্যে একটা ওই অ্যানার্কিক সিচুয়েশন তৈরি করে ফেলেছে যে কার স্ট্যাচু হবে। স্ট্যাচু তো হ্যাঁ topsy turvy condition, but topsy turvy it's TOPSY, topsy TURVY, topsy turvy condition. Well, um, so the lights dim on stage. The stage is dark. A yellow spotlight falls on a person in white gown, standing upon the pedestal-shaped box. He faces the audience. He is an angel. There are wings attached to his back, a silver crown on his head. Angel, forever will the swallow sing from now in my garden, and the happy prince can live in my city of gold forever. Okay, so that is the price of the happy prince. We don't know whether this is possible in real life or not, but we have to keep in mind that we are reading a fable, and whether or not we believe in God, it doesn't matter, it's immaterial. But ultimately, happy prince and the swallow, they are getting the prize of their being earnest, the prize of their being good, kind, and benevolent to the people. And of course, they have been a great friend of each other, and that's why they are being directly taken to heaven. Forever will the swallow sing from now in my garden, and the happy prince can live in my city of gold forever. তো এখানে gold is representative of everything that is pure. It's not এই গোল্ডটা এখানে হ্যাপি প্রিন্সের গায়ের যে গোল্ডটা ছিল, that was the symbol of wealth, that was the symbol of everything that is gaudy, ostentatious, glittering, but not of inner worth. আর এইখানে সেম গোল্ড, এই গোল্ডের কিন্তু মিনিং হচ্ছে যে which is a symbol of inner purity or quintessence. Light music is played in the background, light dims, curtain falls, and the text ends. যদি একদম মেইন স্টোরিটা পড়ো তাহলে সেখানে দেখবে যে এই যে ওখানে মেয়র ওকে বললো যে টেক দিস ফার্নেস টু দ্য ফার্নেস টু মেল্ট, ওখানে দেখবে মেল্ট করানোর পরে বলবে যে হ্যাপি প্রিন্সের হার্টটা মেল্ট হচ্ছে না, ইট ইজ মেড অফ lead and the lead is not melting because you can't melt a heart which is so great, so benevolent. সেটা এখানে বাদ দিয়ে দিয়েছে unfortunately, but হতে পারে যে that is the kind of requirement of the stage. ঠিক আছে, তো that ends the story of Happy Prince, and it's a good one of my most favorite ones in your class 8. Now coming on to the activities, activity 7, what new law did the mayor propose? It's not that much difficult question, rather a hilarious question, that no bird can die. আমি যদি আজকে ধরো কৃষ্ণনগরে অসীম সাহা নতুন একটা ল প্রস্তাবিত করলেন যে কৃষ্ণনগরে পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়ে দাঁড়িয়ে কেউ মরতে পারবে না। What do you think of that? মানে তিনি বললেন যে ধরা যাক যে পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়ে যেন কোনো অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হলে তাকে পানিশমেন্ট দেওয়া হবে। মানে আমি বলতে পারি যে পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়ে যেন কোনো অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট না হয় সেরকম ব্যবস্থা নিতে হবে, কিন্তু পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়ে যেন কেউ কোনো অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়ে যেন কেউ মারা না যায়, বা পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়ে যেন কারো হার্ট অ্যাটাক না হয়। হ্যাঁ, ব্যাপারটা এরকম যেন কারোর হয়তো হার্ট অ্যাটাক হচ্ছে, কেউ বুঝতে পারছে আমার হার্ট অ্যাটাক হচ্ছে, ব্যথা হচ্ছে, নিজেকে বলতে এই না 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 পোস্ট অফিসের মোড়টা ছাড়িয়ে গিয়ে যেন আমার অ্যাটাকটা হয়। It's crazy. And that is the law that the mayor propounded in his town. The next one, why did the mayor and the town councillors think the statue of the Happy Prince was not beautiful anymore? এটার কি উত্তর হবে? Why did the mayor and the town councillors think that the statue of the Happy Prince was not beautiful anymore? They thought the town councillors and the mayor thought they took the statue not to be beautiful anymore because the statue was ripped of its material wealth or the material value, that is gold, sapphire, ruby, and all these things. And because they were very materialistic people, they did find it to be very ugly. That's it. Okay. Where was the Happy Prince taken? Simply to the furnace. Yeah, it will become so funny, of course. Why did the mayor and the councillors want statues of themselves? It is because they were megalomaniacs. Because they were megalomaniacs, they loved only themselves. They ought to have loved the countrymen, the town, I mean the citizens of the town. They should have uh, done things, or they should have channelized the monies they are spending on building up that statue on the betterment of the, or on the uplift of those poor people, or the poverty stricken people who are impoverished, in impoverished condition. But instead of doing that, they are making up new statues made of gold and rubies and sapphires and on whatnot. ঠিক আছে? Because they are megalomaniac. All they know is wealth, and all they know is power. They are power mongers, they are power hungry, and they are megalomaniacs. They are crazy, they are power seekers, power mongers, and what, এই ঠিক আছে, ব্যাস। তো এই হলো ব্যাপার। And as grammatical practices, you have narration changes in here, which is pretty common in here. ঠিক আছে? তো বাড়ির কাজ হিসেবে আমি বলতে চাই এই তিনটে কোয়েশ্চেনের উত্তর লিখো। ঠিক আছে? এই তিনটে কোয়েশ্চেনের উত্তর, দিস আর দ্য, আমি ডিসকাস করেই দিলাম, জাস্ট রাইট দেম অন ইওর ওন। And I would like to give you one more task, a writing one, and I do not give you a time limit for doing that, because I want you to think and write when you write that task in your home. It's a bit creative one. It's a letter. একটা letter যেটা তুমি তোমার বন্ধুকে লিখছো, but not you as in you, but you have to imagine yourself to be a migrant worker. মানে কি? Migrant worker, পরিযায়ী শ্রমিক. You have to imagine yourself to be a migrant worker, and you have to go back a few days earlier in time, a couple of months, maybe a month and a half, when these migrant workers, they were being stuck in some other states and they could not return home. They ventured out on their feet, and they were facing grim end of their lives, and they were dying on road, they were dying on railway tracks, and though they lived, their family members were dying out there. So basically they had a very poor condition, a very unthinkable condition. ঠিক আছে? তো তোমাকে ইমাজিন করতে হবে তুমি এই রকম একজন মাইগ্রেন্ট ওয়ার্কার, যে কিনা লকডাউনের ফার্স্ট কোয়ার্টারে অন্য কোন স্টেটে আটকে আছে। You do not have work now because your company is locked out. Number two, you don't have much money left because your employer is not paying you. Number three, your resources are decreasing day by day. Number four, your money is also decreasing. Number five, you have you are passing your days in great anxiety because you have ailing and aging parents in your home, and you have little children, you have spouse. Without you, they are very much at bay. They are not very strong without you. You are the main support, source of support, or the main pillar of sustenance to them. But in this difficult time, in this tough time, you cannot make yourself present in that place, in your home actually. এবং you are seeing, to your utter dismay, that your colleagues, your co-workers, what kind of wretched fate they are facing. যে তারা এই 16 জন মিলে মারা গেল এখানে, বা ওখানে কোথাও ট্রাকের ধাক্কায় মারা গেল, বা কতজন হাঁটতে হাঁটতে পা রক্তাক্ত হয়ে গেল, but still they can't get home, বা তুমি খবর পাচ্ছ যে অন্য কারো, সে হয়তো তোমার সঙ্গেই আছে, তার বাড়িতে বাবা মা মারা যাচ্ছে, বা তার ছেলের প্রচন্ড শরীর খারাপ, বাচ্চার হসপিটালে নিয়ে যাওয়ার কেউ নেই। এই যে একটা মানে চরম একটা অদ্ভুত রকম বাজে অবস্থা, ভেরি টাফ মেন্টাল কন্ডিশন, the angst, the anxiety, the painfulness, everything, and a tremendous uncertainty, and the most of it, you do not have any control over anything. কোনো কন্ট্রোল নেই এই সমস্ত কিছুর উপর তোমার। So in this completely bottleneck situation, you just can't but write to your friend and pour your heart out, your unthinkable condition. You have to write, basically you have to share to your friend and relieve yourself. Am I clear যে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কি লিখতে হবে? Let's see this in the comment section. Thank you. But I just want to know that have you got it or not? Yes, you got it. Thanks for the compliment, by the way. Well, is my friend also a migrant worker? That can be anything. That's up to you. সে মাইগ্রেন্ট ওয়ার্কার হতে পারে, না হতে পারে, সেটা তুমি যেভাবে নেবে, বাট ইউ আর আ মাইগ্রেন্ট। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ অনিক। Okay, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. I'm missing calling out you by roll numbers in class. I'm actually missing the class very much. But anyway, this is the thing we have to get used to. So let's embrace this new technique, and thank you for being with me. But again, I think the percentage of people watching is less. I expect more people. I expect more people to, oh no, what, Shomodeep? What are you so, uh, yeah, Nora owns this hairband. Well, but before that, you have to grow your hair. You just put you just can't put your hairband in a head which does not have much hair. You need to have a good growth of hair for that, which I have, though most of them are white. That will be funny, I think, ascribing roll numbers to the group. That will be funny. Yeah, we all are missing the class. Ramos, wow, great compliment. But Ramos nowadays, he cuts his hair short. It was the Ramos in the earlier days when he used to put on this hairband and he had long hairs, and I looked and I like that look of Ramos. Yeah, I like Ramos in long hair too, rather than in the current hairdo. He looks much cute in that long hairstyle, Ramos. Yeah, I do not have any, I mean, grudge if you put on a hairband and comes onto the ground, but the other teachers, they may have some objections. It's up to you how you can convince them or not on it. Okay, then Shomodeep, your mother may be angry on me as well, sir, that you are spoiling our sons. What kind of a teacher you are who puts on a hairband? So please, I'm begging pardon to all the parents who are going nuts by seeing this hairdo of mine. Malinga, please don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Okay, so let's end this video and we will come back again on next Thursday here. And I think this platform is better than Facebook. Here interaction is quite good and quite fast at the same time. Okay, that's good. That's good. Anyway, so thank you for being here. It's almost 50 minutes. So let me end this live stream. We will meet again. And by the way, do the home tasks. Thank you and good night. Until then, yeah. Yeah, I actually cut my beard and my hair as well, and since they grow pretty fast, I think. Oh, thank you. Thanks to your father. Yeah, good night. Good night. It will go on if we continue chatting in this way. I like chatting with you, but it has to end somewhere. So I'm ending this live stream, and good night to everyone.